Alright, so let's talk about it. Nafisa Collier and Brianna Stewart talked about creating a league, and now we know what it's called. It's called the Unraveled League. Talked about talked about 3-on-3 basketball. Um, Nafisa Collier mentioned about Queen of the Court. Who's the best one-on-one player? And that person could win 250K. I'm not mad at that one bit. I'm not mad at that one bit. Like, if we being honest, I'm not mad at it one bit. Um, Unraveled League, especially being made the top players in the league. So, Unraveled League, you got two of the best players in the league coming together to create a league for WNBA players to play in. Now, this league would be after the WNBA season, so this would be an alternative to players going overseas to play. Granted, we know WNBA players go overseas because they make the most money overseas, but this is an alternative to going overseas. You're talking about playing basketball and making 100K. Like who wouldn't want to do that? Who wouldn't want to do that? Um, 100K, 100K just to play basketball for what? A couple of months? To play basketball for a couple of months? Like I would be all for it. Nafisa Collier talked about Unraveled League, told a little bit of information, but she couldn't go too in depth on certain things. Now, she did mention 4 rookies and counting are playing for Unraveled. Now, we know Angel Reese is playing. We know Angel Reese is playing. I'm going to assume Rakia Jackson. I would assume Aaliyah Edwards. As far as rookies. Um, and I would say Caitlin Clark. This will be great opportunity. I would say the 4 of them. You know, those are like 4 of the biggest WNBA rookies right now. So that would make sense. That would make sense for them to play in the Unraveled League. The views, the as the views that Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark bring, you know, why not? Why not be a part of this? Why not be a part of this? It just makes sense. They're gonna do 2 games in a row, 3 nights per week. Couldn't really talk about whether it's gonna be televised or streamed because they're still negotiating the media rights. But I would think they could probably hook it up kind of how All Pro did with the WNBA. That with buying the WNBA League Pass, you got to see the All Pro games, um, Athletes Unlimited games during their season. That was a perk. So hopefully, with the media rights, they can partner with the WNBA. That would be dope. If the WNBA, if they partner with the WNBA and Unrivaled League, you can watch it along with um getting your WNBA League Pass. Like it makes sense. It makes sense. It definitely makes sense to you know because because if they because if they do it in a way that they stream it, it's unless it's like Amazon Amazon Prime where WNBA games are still played on that, shown on that, that would make sense. That could work and that would make sense. Um, Twitter would make sense. Um, that way everybody would have access to it because WNBA shows some games through Twitter Sports too. So I'm excited to see what um, media rights is going to look like, streamed or televised. I'm excited to see how that works out. There's a lot of different ways they can go about it. A lot of different ways they can go about it. Um, it's going to be set up with 4 quarters, 2 subs, coaches. So somewhat like the Olympic 3-on-3 setup in the sense of the 2 subs and coaches, but not exactly. So this is gonna be it's gonna be, from my understanding from how the FISA was like briefly said it was like it's still gonna be like a real game, but it's gonna be different in some ways. The teams will be chosen by a selection committee that splits the teams by position and skill. So that should be interesting because Athletes Unlimited, you got to see the players draft their teams each week. So that's gonna be interesting how that works. Um, the teams will have cool names and logos. They got the feast cards said they got the inspiration from European football clubs. So if you're familiar with the European football clubs, you can kind of look at those as far as like the designs and the logos and stuff, and then kind of get a picture to how they're going to go about their looks and designs. Um, the jerseys will be made and sold. That makes sense. That makes sense. You know, price point's going to make a difference too. What are they going to be priced at? What will they be priced at? It would be a question. Um, because the authentic WBA jerseys are what 120. So which major company is going to be endorsing a rivalry because Nafisa Collier is a Nike athlete. Brianna Stewart's a Puma athlete. So how would that work? How would that work? Will they decide which company is gonna endorse the league? Um, they're gonna have a tour model within the season where they hit a few different cities each year, but they will have a home base. Um, well, that's dope. That's dope because with Athletes Unlimited, they didn't travel. Athletes Unlimited didn't travel. I think they were in um Atlanta or Texas. That's where they were for that season. So this that'd be pretty dope to see them travel. To see them travel is gonna be dope. Um that's gonna be pretty dope to see them travel. Um yeah, yeah, seeing them travel is gonna be interesting. Kind of like a world tour type situation. Um so that's dope. They're gonna do single elimination tournament to determine the best one-on-one player. First place gets a minimum 250K. Now that one-on-one tournament's gonna be crazy, crazy. Cause think about it. If you have the likes of like a Enrique, a Ryan Howard, um, trying to think who else is good on a one-on-one. A Kalia Copper, those type players. If you have those type players, um, in that one-on-one tournament, that's gonna be dope. That's gonna be dope. Like we see how they get in the WNBA on the ISO, so I can only imagine how one-on-one would go. Now, my question to the one-on-one would be, how many dribbles? How many dribbles? Because I know when you watch far as like the one-on-one circuit far as YouTube, they might do 3, 4 dribbles. So I would want to know, are they going to have one of those type stipulations in that one-on-one? Because if it's unlimited dribbles, this game could go forever. Like, like what's the point thing? Because like I said, with the YouTube circuit, with the one-on-ones, they play to 11, ones and twos, ones and twos. The three shot is a two and one-on-one. So ones and twos to 11. I think it resets after 4 or 5 fouls. So I would like to see what the rules and everything to the one-on-one is going to be. But I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I hope that um I hope that it's either on the WNBA app, um that the WNBA finds a way to stream it, Twitter, Amazon Prime, WNBA League Pass. Um I just hope they figure that out. Um or if they can do all of the above, honestly. Because even with All Pro show their games on their channel. They had a YouTube channel and showed their games. Um, I'm sure Nafisa Collier and Brianna Stewart will find a way that the fans get to see these games. Um, People want to know, why did Angel Reese decide to be a part of the Unrivaled League? Now, we all know Angel's a businesswoman. Um, Power ownership. She's part of the group that brings in tons of the viewership too. Um, so being part of that group, Angels making a lot of good business moves. A lot of good business moves. So I like I like the choice with this. I do. I like the choice with it. Another business venture for her. And then she's probably was sold on being in Miami. Being in Miami. 305 Barbie in Miami. And then she said she's been vocal and saying nobody wants to go overseas. Nobody wants to go overseas. She understands and respects the players that have to go overseas, but you know, nobody really wants to go overseas. So that part was definitely part of the decision, which makes sense. That definitely makes sense. Um, Now you're gonna have a mixture of coaches. You're gonna have some for the WNBA, some that are not WNBA coaches, but they're gonna be coaches with experience. So I'm intrigued with that part to see. I'm intrigued with that part to see who's involved, like which WNBA coaches are involved, whether head coach, assistant coach, um, and coaches that are not involved in the WNBA. Who's gonna be thrown in that mix? Um, every team's gonna have a head coach, assistant, and a team manager. Like the details that have come out so far as the Unravel League, have been dope. You talking about making 100K to play 3-on-3 basketball, or 3-on-3 basketball for those couple of months that the Unravel League is gonna be, and y'all gonna be in Miami, and y'all gonna do some other places within the tour. You know, sounds like a win-win situation. But like Angel Reese said, respect to the players who choose to go overseas. You know, so you're gonna have WNBA players that choose to go overseas. You're gonna have WNBA players that choose to be a part of the Unrivaled League. You're gonna have WNBA players that go and do the Athletes Unlimited. So it's more, to each their own and their decisions with it. Um, this is, I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this. I can't wait really for the rollout for it. The rollout that's gonna come. You know, like the Visa Carrier could tell certain information, but not go into too much detail. I know she said you could sign up to know um, when tickets will go on sale. I think it was www.unravel.com. Sign up for that, be the first to know when certain things happen, you know? And then also, Nafisa Collier has been on the Unravel Twitter answering questions about Unravel League, to as far as she can answer them. So that's dope too. Um, that's like Who better than to put a league together than WNBA players? Like Unrivaled League could be the WNBA version, but with active players. Um, like Ice Cube's Big Three. Those are retired NBA players. But Unrivaled League would be current WNBA players playing 3-on-3 and 1v1 to see who's the best. Um, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited, because I want to know the full list of players that's going to do it. The full list of players that's going to do it. Um, and then when it comes to the 1v1 tournament, that's going to draw so many eyes and attention. Um, that 250K is going to motivate players. It's going to motivate players, man. It's going to motivate. Because all you got to do is just make it through the tournament to win a minimum 250K, beating out everybody to be the best 1v1 player. The best 1v1 player. So you talking about getting 100K to play in the league, and if you win that tournament, getting a minimum 250K. If that's not enough motivation, I don't know how much more motivation you need. I don't. I don't know how much more motivation you need. Because think about it, with the WNBA All Star Weekend, Alicia Gray won 115K in an hour by winning 3 point and winning the steal challenge. So within an hour, she won 115K. Like, come on. Like, money will motivate you to bring your best. Bring your best. Trust me. If that, like, the 1v1 gotta tournament gotta be streamed. It gotta be streamed. Like Twitch, Prime, Amazon Prime, Twitter, YouTube. YouTube, I would think makes sense. Streaming on YouTube, you know, streaming on YouTube. Trust me, y'all promoting enough, you'll get the people to uh subscribe to the channel, and y'all can make money that way with it. Because we know, even with the WNBA League Pass during the season, sometimes some of these streams just haven't been good. They haven't been clear. Like, I've watched games on Amazon Prime, and the stream for it wasn't clear. Same for WNBA League Pass. Some of these games, you watching it, but it's not very clear. So that's why I say YouTube, Unrivaled League, y'all have your own YouTube channel. Y'all can that makes sense as the first starting path of it, as far as viewership. Like, that would get y'all's viewership up. Now, if you want to do that and then eventually go into it being on a platform where people gotta pay for it, yes. But YouTube is a great marker for being able to tell, are people gonna watch it? Are people gonna watch it? Because they'll automatically come out that fans would have to pay to watch the Unrivaled League. You might turn fans off. You may turn fans off with that automatically having to pay for it. That's why I say Unrivaled League, do what do what Athletes Unlimited did. Get your own YouTube channel, stream the games. Stream the games. Stream the games. Like, Do that and then use that as a basis to go into maybe another streaming platform that would get a broader view of people to watch it. But if you can stream it on YouTube, stream it on Twitch, stream it on Twitter, Facebook Live, Instagram Live, if you can stream it on all the social media platforms, that would be dope. That would be dope. Because you can make money off the YouTube part of it. And if that works, then you can go into the bag of trying to stream it on Amazon Prime, trying to stream it that is part of WNBA League Pass. These are things that you have to consider when starting a league and wanting the fans to tune in. Tune in. Like WNBA All Star had the eyes. Had the eyes. Had the eyes. Rival League could be like that too. It really have the eyes. That's why I say baby steps with how they go about this. Don't just jump into the make the fans pay bag automatically. Don't jump into that because you're definitely gonna make some fans upset with that because it's like new league, we don't even know what to expect and to have to pay for it. And to have to pay for it, you just might rub people the wrong way with that. Really rub. But for the most part, I'm I'm excited for the Unravel League. Excited. Any chance the WNBA players get to play basketball and make more than what some of them make in the WNBA, I'm all for it. All for it, because I say companies could endorse and venture with a lot of the WNBA players. I don't know of like hair brands doing it, like endorsing the WNBA, makeup brands endorsing WNBA. Like salute to Kim Kardashian with Skims endorsing the WNBA and having them in the campaign. Like that was fire. I think more companies need to endorse as far as the WNBA. You got uh, uh, Sally Hansen, as far as the nails and stuff. Like some of these nails companies, you need to endorse the WNBA. Like whatever Dejanay Carrington puts on, as far as her beat, as far as her face, that company needs to endorse her. Needs to endorse Dejanay Carrington. She's out there balling in a full beat face. That's what I'm saying. There are opportunities to capitalize on, and I don't think companies are capitalizing on it. As far as the WNBA, nails, hair, makeup, hair, nail, makeup. Like these things make sense, and like endorse the WNBA and something that the ladies are out there playing in full sets. As far as the nails are done. The hair is done. Like some of them are playing in a full beat, like Dejanay Carrington, or some of them are playing with like a little bit to the face. So that's what I'm saying. You have these players that even do lives and stuff like that to say about these companies that they're using, but yet there's no endorsement. from these companies. That's what I'm saying. What missed opportunities, it seems like, on some things. Missed opportunities. Gotta figure that out. Gotta figure that out. Um, yeah, definitely gotta figure that out. But Rival League seems like it's going to be amazing. It seems like it's going to be amazing though. Um, just with the details that have been dropped, it seems like it's going to be amazing. I'm waiting for the full list of WNBA players that are going to participate in our rival league. Um, and is this solely going to be WNBA players? Like I don't know if she specified that, but that would be a question. Is it only going to solely be WNBA players that are active? Would they consider WNBA players that players that were in the WNBA but maybe are not in the WNBA now? Would they have the opportunity to play in this? But overall, I like the idea. I like the idea, and I'm just gonna wait, just like everybody else, and see how the rollout comes. 2025, 2025 Unrivaled League. Brianna Stewart, Nafisa Collier, two of the biggest stars in the WNBA, bringing you a league by WNBA players. So we just have to wait and see how this goes. Have to wait and see how it goes.